It's okay to have a wife, but
Yeah.
don't be a wife man.
No, don't be a wife man.
Don't make your entire identity about
No,
having a wife.
don't do
A lot
it.
of men do.
My wife.
My wife.
Hi,
Hi,
my name's Ashley,
I'm Mitch.
and this is our channel, membriash.
Yeah, and we're watching Ashley Madison Sex, Lies, and Scandal episode 2.
There's a lot of y'all that are like arguing pro-affair in the comments,
Yeah, just like have fun, they say.
and I'm just gonna tell you I'm not with you.
Yeah.
Like, we can be on different pages, but we are on different pages. You're not changing my mind. And like, listen, I wanna say it's not coming from a place of piety, okay?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I am indeed a flawed human, and like, I understand that people do messed up shit. I have done messed up shit. Like, I get it.
Yeah, we're not actually saying like we're better than anybody,
No.
but we're saying it's something you shouldn't do.
Yeah, we're saying it's harmful to your partner.
And you shouldn't willingly harm people in your life?
No.
That doesn't feel like a hot take.
No.
For some people it is.
No, it doesn't. I don't think
Yeah.
it's really a hot take. But you know what? If that enrages you, please sound off in the comments.
Yeah, please comment below.
And if you get really mad and you want to give us $2 every month because you're so mad
Yeah.
that you want to continue engaging with us on a regular
Yeah.
basis, you can.
And you actually get like one of the features of our membership right now is that there's priority responses and comments. So if you comment and you want a response,
Yes.
then we'll prioritize responding to you.
We will respond to you. It
There
may
you
not
go.
be the response that you're
There you
looking
go.
for, but it
Yeah.
will be the response you receive.
Yeah.
So yeah, join our YouTube membership if you like, you know?
I hear this gets crazy. Should we dive in?
Yeah, let's do
All right.
it.
Let's do it.
So my April Fool's Day prank plan is to put some jelly behind the refrigerator handle. Then she's gonna come over here to the.
So I know a spoiler about this guy.
Oh, Jesus.
I think I told you it already. We'll see it during the documentary. It's going to happen eventually.
And get sprayed in the face.
So at this point, they actually still have a YouTube account with like 2 to 5 million subs. And part of this is his YouTube videos, or their YouTube videos, where they're like pranking each other, and it's cutesy, family-friendly stuff.
Oh my god! After a Frozen video went viral, a lot of people were like, you have a cute family, you should vlog, you should vlog.
I think this is a really good example of how, like, you can look at someone's life and think, oh, it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And it just is not.
It's really not,
You
yeah.
never know.
Because they're specifically portraying a perfect life. A perfect Christian married household with kids, you know, Disney, everything's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so
Even an intro graphic there, that's
We
great.
should have an intro graphic.
We do.
Kind of.
It's
I can make a fancier one like Canva.
we'll have to get fancier eventually.
The most exciting thing for me was that now Sam is present with the camera. I was no longer going to the grocery store alone.
Oh, because he wasn't getting attention for it, he wouldn't help her out before. Is that what it was? I'm no longer going to the grocery store alone because he needs to videotape it for the adoration of the masses.
I don't like this guy.
Yeah, it's weird though, because like for us, we're like we do everything together.
Absolutely.
There's no part of it like where we're filming things, so we're doing more together. We
No.
spend 24/7 together. You know, it's
Yeah.
that's red flags. That's off to me, dude.
Yeah, I agree. That all of a sudden, because people are watching it, he's
Yeah,
invested.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like he needs to figure that out.
Well,
Like, what's causing that?
I hope he has had a lot of therapy since then. Probably just prayed over it.
Probably. I guess that's the other thing that's unique from our perspective, because we're not religious.
Yeah,
So
and
the
none of
idea-
this fidelity has anything to do with religion.
No.
It has to do with emotional, physical safety in a
Yeah,
relationship, which
absolutely.
we've said.
Yeah, and that's the start of it
Yeah.
and the end of it for me. I don't
Yeah.
think people are more faithful because they're religious,
Yeah,
or that cheating is awful because our religion
because it's a
says that
break
it is.
against your covenant or whatever.
Right, it's none of those things for
Yeah.
me.
It was blackmail. If you don't shut down your business, we're going to make public everybody in your database.
So one thing I'm curious about that you talked about is are they going to sort of make the hackers the bad guys here, or is it Ashley Madison that's kind of the bad guys? And we've seen some like really interesting takes already through the first episode, but I'm curious what the documentary will portray.
It's hard for me too, because my personal opinion is like it's kind of both.
Yeah, for sure. I hear you.
Noel's focus was taking the company public, on the stock exchange.
From an investor's perspective, if you believe online dating is here to stay, then Ashley Madison becomes a very safe bet.
So weird that online dating was in its infancy, so there was still a question around, is online dating gonna make it?
Oh yeah,
and
that's
yet
like how most people meet each
Ashley
other.
Madison is successful
Yeah.
in this era. It's
Yeah.
just such a weird time.
I don't know, yeah. We're at a really remarkable time in human history.
Yeah.
The internet it is changing everything. And we're experiencing it. That's one of the reasons things are so complicated right now. It's a transitional era.
I get a call from Canada, and they inform me that Ashley Madison has been compromised.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What is that?
Yeah, what is... Oh, why?
Offensive security. So more attack than defense, basically.
He's a cybersecurity consultant, so maybe he has some fancy crap.
Maybe. He's so, like, weird Swedish tech bro. You know what I mean?
I don't judge. I'm a Swede. We're quite liberal.
I don't judge. I'm a Swede. Swedes definitely judge people, but I also
Dude.
I also hear what he's saying.
Totally.
It's not like the most conservative country in the world.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was this poll that I saw recently that was like, who viewed having an affair, like, culturally as problematic, and there were a whole bunch of European countries that it just isn't. And if that's
Isn't
your
it maybe
scenario,
like a more normal part of life? I don't know. Yeah.
And if that's the scenario, if you know it's not going to, like, devastate your partner, then you're in a different
Some people, like,
situation.
cheat on each other all the time, and they stay together, and it's
Sure.
kind of just a known thing.
And if you don't care, I mean, you're essentially in an open
You're
relationship.
sort of
then.
endorsing it
Yeah.
in a way without... It's like, oh, you know, they do that. It's like,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
A lot of people
no
have
problem with
relationships
people
like that.
doing that. That's
it
whatever.
Really, it's whatever you agree
It's
to
the
at the end of the
boundary,
day.
yeah, that you set in your relationship.
He felt Ashley Madison was his baby, and his baby had a brain tumor, and it needed to get resolved, or the baby was going to die.
It's a weird analogy.
It is weird.
Yeah.
I feel like, does he have babies? I feel like no.
I don't think he does. Yeah.
For 30 years, I lived in New Orleans, where my husband worked as a professor at New Orleans Seminary. John is an incredible letter
I know
writer.
who John is, so I don't know who
Is
she's
that her
talking
husband?
about.
By the time I was 24, we married.
Okay, that's how she met her husband.
Why does he look like he could be a member of your family?
Because he's tall, bald, and big ears.
I would have never in a million years have imagined that Ashley Madison would have played a part in our marriage.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, come on. Like, drop the shoe already.
Oh, man,
Oh, they're
this-
going to cliffhang us? They're edging us.
This show is edging us.
Called the Clinton Room, and that was a conference room in the back of the office that we commandeered and where we set up our headquarters.
The Clinton room? Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my
I
God.
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Every investigation is a challenge, and the challenge is finding the answers.
Oh, so they brought in these cybersecurity
Yeah.
experts to try and figure out who is hacking them, basically. This is cool.
This
You
is
know?
the technological espionage aspect of it is actually really interesting.
It is really cool. It reminds me of all those movies,
Yeah.
like Hackers, from like the
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s.
That's just ridiculous.
They were not after any money or recognition. I think it's a very ideologically motivated attack.
They literally didn't ask for money. That's interesting. I didn't get that from the first episode.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out like who hates Ashley Madison enough to do this without wanting any money for it.
Could be quite a few people, is the thing.
With a service such as this, you piss off a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Just existing. And then they've been going around advertising all over the news.
And the advertising they're using is shocking for people.
So in the log file, I could see the hackers had connected using software.
Hacking is going to be a lot more fun when you can actually have holographic images pop out just like they're always showing in these
Yeah.
instances. You know what I mean?
Like Bones.
Yeah,
Do you
in a
remember
couple of
Bones?
years. Yeah, eventually. I mean, hopefully in our lifetime. That'd be fun as hell.
To me, it was quite clear that this had significance.
Dude in hoodie. Like, that's not even his picture.
With his
probably.
hood up.
Yeah.
You got to. If you're
I mean,
doing
that's literally
anything
our
illegal.
profile picture is me in a hoodie with my hood out. I actually wasn't doing anything illegal when that happened.
Millions of cheating husbands and wives should be on edge right now.
The Impact team released the public statement on the internet.
Okay, so they just outed it because they wouldn't. And then that builds momentum and excitement / dread over what's going to be
How
released in the future.
nervous would you be?
I mean, probably very, I would
I
assume.
just like living my life without this level of secret.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like,
yeah.
I don't need this. I have anxiety already. I
Yeah.
don't need to be cheating and then have it be possible my name is going to get
Yeah.
revealed on like a giant list of cheaters. Like, no, thank you. I'm all right.
This is not a site to share recipes, it's to share sexual fantasies and photos.
Okay, this is fucking bad.
That guy.
Oh, God.
Isn't that like everyone? Isn't that like... I mean, really, Walmart doesn't have 37 million customers.
Isn't that everyone? Well, because it's international at that point,
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
They gave us 30 days to shut down, or they would release the data.
But if they can find the hackers and get criminal charges against them before then, like, I don't know. That's basically what they're trying to do at this point, right?
Yeah.
I heard about Ashley Madison being hacked. I didn't even want to consider it. It would have just completely decimated my reputation, especially as a Christian.
And he's a wife man now.
He's a wife. He's a Ned. He's a Ned.
He's the Ned, and we all know what happened to Ned Fulmer.
We know what happens to Neds. It's okay to have a wife, but
Yeah.
don't be a wife man.
No, don't be a wife man.
Don't make your entire identity about
No.
having a wife.
Don't do
A lot
it.
of men do.
My wife.
My wife.
Specimen. I have a specimen. I knew it would be there. It's a pretty clear sample. 2 lines is pregnant.
What is he doing?
Is he testing her pee? What's going on?
I felt kind of wrong, like I had this information that I'm not allowed to have before a woman has it.
Why did she pees and leaves it? I'm so confused.
There's a lot of weird. And then he's filming it.
Gosh, you are so funny. Oh, you brought a positive one home. You're so...
The joke's on her, right, guys?
What did you do? Did you get a dropper out of the toilet? No, you didn't.
Did they stage that?
They have to have. She
Did they
doesn't just
stage that?
She doesn't pee and leave it.
Did you get a dropper out of the toilet? She says, knowing that she peed and left it. That's unless he said that feels.
I don't
weird.
believe that.
I don't trust these schmucks, honestly.
It never happens that way. There's a baby in my tummy.
Oh, jeez. I
This
don't
feels
believe it.
staged. That feels so. That's so fake, dude. That's so fake, right?
That's also,
Oh my god.
honestly,
Oh my god.
don't
Dude, they
do
were
that.
doing numbers. They were doing numbers.
She wrote me at work and said, hey, I'm 2 weeks late. And I was like, oh, wow, I got to get on this.
She peed, went to work, left it. Are you a pee leaver? Who leaves their pee?
I don't know.
I
That's
don't
like,
leave my pee.
That's a capital offense. If I leave my pee, woo.
You get yelled at.
I get, as I should. It's gross.
It is gross.
It's also not as bad as leaving a number 2, but you know.
Sure.
If my name was discovered in the Ashley Madison dump, I'm done.
And their career never recovered.
Because that's nuts. They were hitting like 17 million views on a video.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's staged though. Like it's like
it was so clearly staged, but that was
Yeah.
at a point in YouTube where people, I don't think, knew how to pick out what was staged
Oh,
as
yeah.
well as they do now.
Yeah. People
don't-
had a little bit more of a trusting perspective
Yeah.
about YouTube and the internet in general.
Yeah.
And now nobody believes anything. We're not even real. We're not even real.
We are.
We're AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Earlier this spring, the company was talking about going public. I think this pushes those plans back.
Yeah, you don't want to go public in the middle of a
No.
situation like this.
Their focus was making it go away at whatever resources they could afford.
Oh, so trying to pay him off?
As soon as we had a place to meet, Noel sent me for this meeting with the suspect.
I mean, maybe the person would take money, but
Yeah.
it feels like that's not really why they're doing it.
Yeah.
But at this time, he's still not saying that he is involved with the hack.
At the end of the day, the money didn't talk. He denied being involved.
And then he turned out. Well, also taking the cash is a bit of an admission of guilt, isn't it?
It is. Seems kind of dumb that that's the route
Yeah.
that they went down. But I guess if everything is about to implode, you're not thinking particularly clearly
Yeah.
at that point.
It's crazy if this is Boeing, that guy would just be dead.
That's horrifying.
It's true. It's true. We live in a dystopia, folks.
Yep.
Was that too
That was a lot.
Was that too
heavy.
much?
That was a lot. That's heavy.
Okay. I'm respecting the way they're handling this better than the way I respect how certain other aerospace companies handle things. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Some were dismissed right away. Some were more of an ongoing investigation.
So they're not even sure that was the person. They're just kind of looking around at this point.
They have a bunch of suspects, and they're not sure who it is.
You have it's a large company. You got a lot of people logging in.
A lot of different motivations for someone that would want to do something like this.
We knew that if there was any truth behind the impact team of their actual threat, it was now just a waiting period.
Oh, that is so nerve-wracking. People losing sleep over that.
Nervous
Just hearing that.
I can't imagine what it would be like to work there and know that they're just waiting it out to see if they're bluffing.
And then you might lose your job one day because the company doesn't exist or something.
Right.
I don't know. Oh, this is well filmed. The documentary I think is well put together because that the way they're building suspense in the show is pretty good.
The hackers who stole private data from the cheating website Ashley Madison just followed through on their threat.
We all knew this was going to happen, but
I know, but it's still
Reportedly leaked onto the so-called dark web.
Oh my God. Those hackers? Time to hack this video in two with an advertisement break.
Oh, the dark web.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still don't know what the dark web is.
I don't either. I don't understand it
Is
at
it
all.
just the internet, but it's like places you shouldn't go?
Secret internet.
It's not like you connect differently. You just go online and right?
No. Yes? I don't know. What is the dark web? Anybody know?
You can't put the genie back in the bottle once the data is out there.
Oh man, if this would be right now, you better believe I'd be searching through that thing, looking for people we know.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You just any people you suspect, where you're like,
I feel like this one.
Let's
oh
look,
yeah, there they
look.
are.
Oh yeah, you're right. I would too. Sorry, I would.
There's people that wanted to be urinated on, defecated on.
Okay. Well, maybe they're not getting defecated on at home, you know? But that's where you approach your partner, and if they refuse, and you're like, I would like to have somebody else poop on me then. And then you go that route. You don't just go to Ashley Madison. That's all I'm saying.
We're headed to Vlogger Fair in Seattle. It's a conference for vloggers, family vloggers.
Gosh, and they're kind of famous. So someone is going to come to them with that.
I deeply regret my affiliation with the site, which has caused a great amount of stress and heartache.
See, that's the real problem. The stress and heartache you're causing to your family by doing this stuff. It's not that you want to get involved with some freaky activities with people outside your relationship. That's fine.
And as I'm scrolling, I see this obscure account made this tweet that says, did I just scoop that Sam Rader was found in the Ashley Madison dump?
You did. You scooped it. You scooped it.
I couldn't even believe what I was reading, man.
You couldn't believe it, but you did it, Sam.
How could you not believe it?
on.
He was a voracious user of the website. His information's all over that leak.
Do you know that's the weird thing about some people, though, is he's literally walking around even knowing when it was supposed to be released, and he's walking around like nothing is gonna.
It's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me, though. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
We're about to sit down and eat at a Chili's.
Chili's!
I haven't been to a Chili's in so long. Next time we're at a place where we go to a Chili's, I'm going to a damn Chili's.
Yeah, we should. It's gross, but you know.
It's good.
One of our first dates was at a Chili's.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of options where we grew up.
I dumped like half a glass of water on myself while I was trying to drink it.
And I was just like, on the menu, like, really invested.
Oh, I get it, girl. I get invested in a Chili's menu, too. I get it.
I just put my hands on the table. She can tell something was really wrong.
And so you lie about it.
I'm sure this is seared into her memory, too.
Yep.
There's a website where married people can go.
He's saying this at Chili's?
Stupidly, I had an account for that.
Stupidly, I had an account for that. So he's going with the I didn't do anything, I just had an account there.
We'll see. We'll see what he goes for.
And my name was just exposed on Twitter.
Oh my God. But he's being dishonest here. There's no way he's being real with the whole thing.
Well, he's not telling her everything, but it doesn't mean that he's lying to her yet.
Yeah.
I was infuriated.
Yeah, no
And they have like a degree of like publicness to their relationship, which is embarrassing.
And actually, he completely ruined their entire career because they could be sitting in a mansion right now off all the money they would have made since then on YouTube.
lose everything like maybe we've built.
Yeah.
I kind of started questioning him like, so did you meet up with anybody?
Oh, yeah, here come the lies. Here come the lies,
really.
Sam.
With a single person before, I've never cheated on you.
That's what people do, though.
Yeah.
And I kind of like latched onto that.
Of course she did, because she wants to explain
She
it
wants
away.
to believe it. Yeah.
Right. She wants to accept the minimum amount of betrayal she can.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it would be too heartbreaking.
Yep.
And they're about to go on this trip.
Yep.
Man, he ruined that Chili's for her. I wonder what she got.
At Chili's?
Yeah.
What'd you
Burger,
get, girl?
Chicken
What'd
fingers.
you get?
Nachos,
Chicken fingers.
fajitas.
Yeah.
That's
what you go to Chili's for? Did you get a gross margarita?
Yeah, gross
No,
margarita.
she was pregnant at this point, so she's probably cut
Oh.
I think.
I'm there for him in every way. What in the world is missing that he needs to go on this website?
It does seem to me like he's got some problems that he has never fully reconciled or healed through, honestly.
I truly believed him, and my heart wanted to forgive quickly.
Yeah.
Because you want to protect the person that you love.
Yeah.
Plane lands. We're in Seattle.
What are they doing in our state? Sorry.
It's like lies on lies at that
Yeah,
point, which is
yeah.
the worst part. Instead of being fully honest with her, now she's going to be
Yeah.
hurt over and over
again.
and over again.
It's more slips.
Yeah. And she accepts more and more and more, and it gets harder and harder to justify.
Yeah.
Because he's continuing to lie to her.
Yeah.
I would say most people thought we had a very happy marriage.
Did she get cheated on or did she do the cheating?
I don't know.
We don't even know who this lady
Those
is.
glasses look like cheating glasses.
Oh. You think so?
No, I don't know.
Oh, those are
I have no
cheating
idea.
glasses.
You can't look at
She's
someone.
wearing a leopard print though.
What
Honestly.
does that have to do with anything?
You know?
I truly don't believe that you can look at someone and know whether or not they've cheated on someone else.
It wasn't her.
It was John. Oh.
John.
It made me wonder that I wasn't real sure about, that I had doubts about. I would just go, wait, no, everything's okay.
It's amazing how you can even gaslight yourself in those situations,
Totally.
you know? Because you want to believe the
Absolutely.
comforts and the better idea.
I think I gaslighted myself. I would come across a letter from someone to him.
Oh, that's
This
how
is like
they met.
Pre-Ashley Madison.
Yeah.
And he's a voracious pen pal, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's intimate, writing somebody a
That
letter.
is, especially nowadays. But
Yeah. And that was something they shared
Yep.
that was special between
Yeah.
she thought was special
Yeah.
between the two of them.
So when I first heard about Ashley Madison, I tried to search for his name.
sucks that his name is John.
I had reached a point where I'd realized, Christy, you're really not going to do anything about it. So why no?
Yeah.
But like that's her right too, to say
That
like I
is.
don't want to know.
There are people
like I'm
that
okay with
Yeah.
whatever the reality is,
Yeah.
but like I don't need to know.
Their clientele range from the common folk to the prominent people in society.
Common folk to prominent people. Don't you call me common.
The pores.
The pores.
That some 15,000 were .mil military email addresses or .gov addresses.
15,000?
Just sign up for your own
I
email
know,
to
dude.
cheat on
Gmail
people,
exists.
dude.
There's Yahoo. Pick
You're
any of them.
right. Hotmail. Get yourself a Hotmail, okay?
But we would definitely suggest that they change their password.
That's the employee that works there, right? Yeah. You should change your password. That was a hell of a time answering phone calls, I'm sure.
Hair 101 with April here. That does look really cool.
The next day, we wake up.
And because they were filming everything for YouTube at this point, you know, it's
And they're vlogging too, which like, you know, we're just sitting here watching a TV show. You
Yeah.
see a snippet. You don't feel like you see our everyday life because you don't.
Yeah.
They're filming
everything. Yeah,
So people really feel like they know them.
that's true.
People were just kind of looking at us.
And I see all these articles start coming out.
Oh, because he was big at that point. Articles
He
are going to
was.
come out. Guy who told wife she was pregnant revealed as Ashley Madison user. Woo! Woo! They were on news for that because it was a huge viral moment, you know? And he's not a nobody at that point.
And he's a Christian.
And he's a
blogger.
Christian.
So on top
He's a
of being
hypocrite.
a wife guy, he's
Yeah.
a Christian wife
He's
guy.
a Christian. That is like, like.
And his wife's pregnant right now.
Oh my God!
You know, like, I'm so sorry for her. And I was so annoyed.
That sucks, that pity.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
for people to pity you is, like, one of the worst feelings in the world.
And it's just unbelievable to me that I'm in the news for this.
He's like, I was hoping it'd be something good. Oh, I mean, I don't like laughing at people's misery.
No,
but
and he's still, you can see.
If you do boast a moral high ground, you're going to get more attention when you're caught on a website with the sole purpose of adultery.
Absolutely. If you pretend you're above it all, and then you get caught doing the shit
The
that
worst
you
of
said
it.
you were above,
Yeah.
then people are not going to like that.
People love to point out a hypocrite.
It's dishonesty then, in
Yeah.
the way that you're presenting yourself.
Absolutely.
You're presenting yourself as the pinnacle of a Christian relationship, the perfect relationship. Everything's so wonderful.
Mhm.
Look at how cute we are every day. And then
That's what they're
something
selling.
comes out.
Yeah. There's no way you're going to survive that.
No. People are going to be mad. That's like the Ned Fuller. This is like the Ned Fuller
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah, it is.
honestly. Because people feel deceived at that point.
Yeah.
And in a way, I mean, it's true. You've
Yeah.
been, you know.
These websites are disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, Joe's gone.
Really what you're disgusted with is your partner's behavior. The website's just making it easier
Yeah.
for them to do it.
They're going to do it either way, probably. Like, that's the thing.
I woke up that morning just like any other morning, and he reminded me we had some leftovers in the fridge.
Oh, as a good husband does.
Hate leftovers.
Although he's a bad husband, so. You know what? We don't
He's
need to eat
not
those
a bad
leftovers.
husband. Just because, I mean, I don't think she ever said that.
That's true.
That he was a bad husband.
Later on, I got home, and a friend met me at the house, and
I feel like John is, I feel like this is going to be sad, honestly.
She said, I hear something. Is there a phone in there that's ringing? John wasn't in the kitchen. I went straight to the kitchen. He wasn't there, which is where he would have been.
Realistically, she's already accepted it.
Yeah.
And is like not.
She's like, whatever.
It's not a big thing for her.
This is weird.
Oh, this is stressful. Oh no, John.
That's where I found him.
Oh my God. That's tragic.
That's awful.
And I realized the sound that my friend was hearing was the carbon monoxide alarm going off.
Oh.
She didn't even care.
Well, she may have cared, but she was like going to
Not
accept him
enough
regardless.
to,
Yeah.
she accepted him regardless.
Oh, that's so sad. That's brutal.
That's so sad.
Honestly, it's not worth that.
And even in talking to her, I couldn't say the words, John is dead. I said, I think John is dead.
She knows it, but she can't even say it. Yeah.
I remember somebody sitting down and said, Christy, we need to tell you a little bit about what happened today.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Did somebody out him?
Or did he get like fired or?
Yeah.
He was told that he had an appointment with the council that were his bosses.
Did he work at a job that like was impacted by this?
Wasn't it like a seminary school or something?
Oh, yeah.
And the way they described it, he was in tears and did not try to deny it in any way.
It's like one of those things where you tie yourself so closely to teaching people how to be moral.
Yeah.
And then you're doing exactly the opposite of what you're teaching them. Like
Yeah.
that's a job that it makes sense to be like, we need you to leave.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, I don't think it's worth what he did.
No,
And that's
I don't
sad.
think
And
so
that's a
either.
mistake, but you know, it's a choice he made. That's tragic, man.
It is,
That is
so tragic.
That's messed up.
I'm sure there are people who are angry about Ashley Madison, but I blame the secrecy.
Absolutely.
There we go. You know, honestly, this documentary is lining up with our perspective quite a bit.
Yeah, it definitely is.
The
'cause
secrecy
I
is a
agree with her.
cancer. Yeah.
And I doubt he even realized how much support he would have had, at
From
least
his wife.
from her.
Yeah, which would have been
if
maybe
he would
all
have
the
just
world.
been honest about it.
He probably thought he was losing his job and he's going to lose her next. And how does he
Yeah.
even tell her? Because he didn't
Right.
tell her that he lost his job.
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
And she could have been there for him, and it seems like from what she's saying, would have.
Yeah.
I'm here to clarify some of this with you guys.
Is
He's
it gonna
lie
clarify?
again?
Is he gonna weasel?
Sam's gonna lie again. Sam, don't lie. Just tell him the truth, Sam. It's okay.
Attention. She has forgiven me for this mistake that I made in opening the account.
He didn't just open the account.
I've sought forgiveness to God, and He's forgiven.
Oh yeah, that's the spoiler I know. God forgave him, so he's good.
I need to be clear that I've never met with a single person.
That's a lie.
Man.
That's a
just
lie.
Stop it. It's like that lady said, it's the secrecy.
This is what the atonement's all about, forgiveness and second chances.
It's all about forgiving me, even though I'm being dishonest with you right now.
Marriage is the real deal, and it's been sealed, and it's worth fighting for. It always will be.
And now they're still over here preaching.
It's so annoying.
While he's lying to her and to all the people he's talking to. The millions of people that are clicking on these videos.
Yeah,
at that
absolutely.
point.
I think that's the thing, though. If you put yourself on like a moral or ethical pedestal, which these people did,
Yeah.
then you're going to keep attempting to convince people that that's still where you are. Oh, it was only this small transgression. Like, you cannot be
Yeah.
honest or transparent with any of it now.
But after uploading it, the convictions, like, hit me like a ton of bricks.
I don't know what that means. What's a conviction?
Is that a Christian word?
It feels like religious.
I knew how phony that video was in the moment.
Yes, that was phony. You really didn't have to even say that much.
Nia had forgiven me, for sure, right in that moment. But Nia had no idea what she was actually going to have to forgive.
She's got nice coffee. She's good. Don't worry, bro. Middle-aged white lady with a nice coffee. She's
I don't
fine.
have a nice coffee right now.
Yeah.
I'm mad about it.
We were all over the news. The media was relentless.
I think Ashley Madison, it was a bad business, a bad website. I didn't like it. So the fact that they're probably going to go out of business, I hope they are, that's good.
Who's saying that? It technically was a good business.
Also, at this point, Ashley Madison leaves, something else will come in its stead.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
Not the Pandora's box has been opened. People realize this is a service that other people are willing to pay for. You cannot
That's
take
true.
it back now.
Yeah.
Like, it's out there.
I also saw signs that any press could mean good press.
Yeah, they just have to like
Oh, yeah.
weather the storm, basically.
Ride those waves and get back on the.
They're getting a lot of name recognition.
Yeah, for free.
For free.
For free. Was it an inside job? No, it wasn't.
It's like the CEO.
Yeah, it was that guy. I forgot his name.
That's why they couldn't find the hacker.
Yeah.
So everybody is a suspect until they are not.
It's not going to be an
Inside job.
And that's when I started to ask myself, is Noel capable?
No.
No.
No. It can't
Is
be
that
Noel.
real? That's not real, is it?
I don't know.
Are they just cliffhanging us?
Yeah.
That would be insane. Hunter Biden denied having. Okay. Why did we talk about Hunter Biden?
Hunter Biden.
Why do we
Honestly,
care?
Hunter Biden always comes up and it's
He's a mess,
never
dude.
good.
Nobody cares.
It's never
Whatever.
good.
Or people do, but they shouldn't. Like, whatever.
And then Snooki just denied that her husband had one. Like, it was released that he did.
I know.
Like, you can't.
No, you done it. Okay, well, there we go. That's Ashley Madison, episode 2.
Yes. I have these thoughts.
It was intense. That was actually an emotional roller coaster.
That was very sad and very intense.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think honesty
It's the best policy.
is the best policy.
Yeah.
Assuming that you're in a situation where you are safe to be
Yes.
honest.
Yes,
If
that
you are
matters.
unsafe, that's a different circumstance, and you
Uh-huh.
have to navigate
Well,
that.
perfect example. We've talked about this, but like almost everybody lies constantly in their corporate jobs because it's unsafe. If you don't maintain the lie, you might get fired. You know, just like kissing ass, drinking Kool-Aid, all that shit. It's a system of lies that holds up a lot of those jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are certain scenarios where being honest about things like this would not be healthy in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or safe for you to do so.
You could be within a schmoozive partner that if you were open with about this, that they could schmooze you more.
We can't keep saying that because it's
Well, what's
not
our other? What's
funny.
alternative? What's
You
alternative?
just try and use like words around it. Try and
Okay.
talk around it.
Okay, so like if you could be in an unsafe relationship where your partner is I don't know, violent or something, and like sharing this kind of stuff. I mean, I think we've already talked in other videos where I think like if you are in a harmful relationship, and some people, especially back in the day when women didn't have a lot of power in American society and like money and stuff, like it was a more common thing. Like you cheat on
it's-
your partner and leave and get out, like that kind of thing.
I think it's still like I mean, I think it happens for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're in a position where you're not safe to do so, but I think so often it's not that, and it's
Yeah,
just that
for
people
sure.
are
It's
ashamed
a
of
minority probably.
like who they are, and they're
Yeah.
ashamed of like desires and wants that they have.
But there's a lot of sexual shame too, because actually the Nia and Sam people are a perfect example where I mean, he's a Christian guy. They're a Christian couple. I have no idea what he did on Ashley Madison, but he obviously had a lot of sexual desires that were outside of his Christian ideology.
Yes.
And he couldn't fulfill those, or he felt like he couldn't fulfill those with his wife, and so he chased it.
Yeah.
And I think there's like this like thing around shame and inability to be open about like your sexual being and stuff, like who you are as a person, that leads some people to do stuff like that.
I think it's tough too, because it's like you really just don't know. If you're not willing to be honest with your partner, you don't know what they will or won't accept about you, because you're not really being yourself around them. And to me, it's worth the risk to be honest about what you're feeling, because you could potentially be in a situation that would allow you to fulfill all of your wants and needs.
You could be a lot happier.
Also not feel ashamed of that and not
Yeah.
have to keep it secret. And I don't really think it's the other thing that struck me is like, it's really no one else's business besides the person that you're in a relationship with. That's the person to
Yeah.
me that you have a responsibility
Well, it can impact
to.
kids and stuff too.
Oh, sure.
Your family,
Your
I would
family.
say. Like your
Yeah.
close enough family that it's directly impacting
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
exactly.
Sometimes outside of that. Like, I don't know, that seminary thing was sad. It was tragic. How do you feel about somebody in a job like that being let go? You said that kind of made sense in that situation.
Yeah.
That his infidelity and his name even being on that website impacted the school and what they were teaching.
It's kind of tough because, like, how much is that really what he's speaking to day to day, too?
Yeah.
Because, like, maybe that's not true. Maybe
He's
it's
not
like...
going up to a pulpit every day and talking about how you shouldn't be unfaithful.
Sure.
He's talking about, like, caring for the poor, like Jesus'
Right.
children,
and
like
he
all
can
this
speak
stuff.
to
you
all
know?
of that just the same as he
Yeah.
could before the Ashley Madison situation. And frankly, if you can still do your job just fine, which in 99%
Yeah.
of circumstances you'd be able to, then I just don't see the issue,
Yeah.
frankly.
I hear you. As
Like,
far
I
as
don't
like
see
that
why
impacting
anyone
your
else
whole
cares.
broader life.
Sure. Beyond
Like, even
being nosy.
Having Hunter Biden brought up at the end in text, I'm like, what? Why? We wasn't mentioned the entire time. Is this for like anti-Hunter Biden people or something?
Is anyone pro Hunter Biden?
I know.
Is the real
I don't know.
question.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's just like why do I care?
I'm lost. I'm
All
lost. Don't tell the truth. You know?
The end.
Yeah. Be transparent with your partner.
Yeah.
How you feel.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like, not everything in life is, oh, you're being honest about it, and so therefore it's okay. Like, even like we talked about that, even with cheating on somebody and then being honest about it is still harming them, unless of course they don't care. But most of the time you're harming somebody. But it's just, as a human, it's important to do what we can to not cause additional harm to other people and other things. And and one way to reduce the harm is to be open and honest when harm is done or when harm isn't done. Just being open and honest whenever possible. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, what more can I say?
Yeah, absolutely. And then the unfortunate end of that you see Sam like wriggling his way out of consistently is like unfortunately that means then accountability. Like if he had told his wife the full extent of the truth, then she would have reacted differently than she did at that Chili's, probably.
Yeah.
And he would have had to deal with that. But I feel like that's kind of like the consequence for hurting someone that you love, unfortunately.
Yes.
So what do you think? Are you pro cheating? We got a few. Pro affair? Tell us about it.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
Or are you pro transparency?
Yeah.
Or both? How does that
Do you
work?
just repeatedly cheat on your partner and then tell them about it?
Is that your kink?
It could be. It could be. And maybe the other person has a humiliation fetish.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's kind of a perfect
That's a good
relationship.
match. That's a match right there.
You know, people come together in all sorts of shapes and
They
sizes.
do,
you know?
yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Good
It
for
is
them. Good for
beautiful.
you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
All right. Well, yeah, tell us what's up. Hit the like button.
Yes.
And subscribe if you want to see the final episode / everything else we're doing.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going,
Ridiculous.
All those tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.